What's up, beautiful besties? Welcome back to Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alishia. Thank you all so very much for being here with me. Y'all are freaking incredible. Let's just go ahead and ring the sound bowl. We'll call in spirit and we will get right into your messages. Whatever it is that you need to hear today, just an open channel. Nothing has come up, nothing. I'm not picking up on anything in particular. Let's just see what's going on and what's strongest here for our beautiful tribe. And I just want to say thank you to everybody here who is new, all of our OGs. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm so excited to be reading for each and every one of you on the Almost Daily. And I also just want to give a shout out to our Good Vibe tribe over at Buy Me a Coffee. Y'all always see these readings first. And if you want to get in on that membership, if you really want to show support and energy exchange for the work that I do, that is so appreciated. It's $5 a month, and I will drop the link below for you to check out if that's something you're into. Also, I just quick shout out, quick promise to all the folks who have been ordering personal readings with me. Thank you very much. I'm so excited to connect with each and every one of you, and I will be getting those out as soon as possible. Of course, it is first come, first serve. But yeah, the link is still there and it's still available, and the reading is still on sale. The one question reading, it's still on sale. Okay. Anyways, that's it. That's all the housekeeping here. Yeah, let's do the thing. Here we go. Okay. I'm calling on spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, number 13, financial constraints. Oh gosh, the empty cupboard. All right, when I see this energy, it doesn't always have to be talking about times are tight financially. I also feel like energetically there could be something that's missing. Oh shit, sorry. Envy. I try to keep it pretty clean with my language. I mean, on YouTube, like I do on purpose, but yeah, it is what it is. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Look, I already know what this is. We have journey. Okay. We're going to put that to the side for a moment here and we're going to talk about this. Yeah. Usually when I see financial constraints, it speaks to the energy of lack. Someone's in the energy of lack, the have not vibe. Okay. With envy here and door to personal healing and happiness, look, there is someone in your world who is extremely envious of you and what you have right now. Now I know times are tough for a lot of people. Right, times are tough for almost everyone right now. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I'm assuming that times are tough. What I see here is I see someone, which I'm going to just assume that it is you, whether you have or have not, okay? I feel like you are in an energy of abundance. Right. And when we're in an energy of abundance, or we're focusing on what we do have, we're focusing on the good things, we're focusing on the positive things in our world, we're really trying to manifest our abundance. And so we are very conscious of our point of attraction, meaning that when you're in an abundant mindset and you're feeling grateful for the things that you do have, you are likely to attract more of what you're focused on, right? And we've been talking about this a lot in our readings lately. It has been coming up. So I know a lot of people here in our tribe have been aligning with their greatest and highest good and calling in and asking spirit and asking the universe, guides, angels, ancestors, just putting our order out into the universe, saying, spirit, please, please align me with my abundance, right? Focusing on what we want to see happen in our world. Now, there are people in your world Okay. And I have to say it's people. I don't know why I'm feeling people, but I feel like it's more than one person in your world who are looking at you like they just, well, first of all, there's the jealousy, there's the envious energy, but there's this feeling of how come good things are happening for you right now? How come you're so happy right now? How come you're not feeling the pinch like the rest of us? Or how come, it doesn't feel like, how are you so happy? Or how are you able to take that trip or go see that show or, whatever it is, right? How are you able to do this and I'm not? Okay. Well, first of all, the first thing I heard was credit cards. I heard someone say, credit cards. I mean, and okay, yes, that's fine. Credit cards help for, doing things, whatever. But not everybody uses them, obviously. But okay. So, I want to get back to the point here. There are people who are looking at you like you have more, and then they want to know why you deserve that. And it could be, close friends, relatives, people who are just, I don't know. I don't feel like these people really know the whole story, and I'll get to that in a second, because this has been a journey for you, getting to this point where no matter what you have in your bank account, or no matter what's going on, or maybe even no matter how much debt you're carrying, it doesn't really matter to you. Now, I know there's going to be people out there that say, "Oh yeah, it really matters," and I can't be happy if I'm $100,000 in debt. How can anyone be happy? The simple fact of the matter is debt isn't real. Like it's I don't want to get into it too much here and put the focus there. It's like money. What is it? It's a piece of paper, right? What's debt? It's credits on a computer. Like, it's not real. It's not tangible. It's not going to kill you. At least here in Canada, we don't have tax jails. We don't go to jail or get arrested for, having debt. I know it can be stressful. Okay. I'm not discounting the fact that it can be stressful if you are in like financial trouble, right? Of course. But for whoever's reading this is, even if you have a mountain of debt or a mountain of bills, you still are 100% focused on, bringing in your abundance, okay, or aligning with your abundance. And it's not like you're just like blissfully ignoring. I just feel like you're doing what it takes, and you're not letting that get you down. You're not letting any kind of financial instability, hurt, like I don't know. You're just not letting it get to you. You're not letting it affect your attitude. I don't feel like you're letting it stop you from living your life in ways that you want to. Okay. And I know it's going to be tricky, because there are going to be some people who are saying, well, if I don't pay my light bill or if I don't pay my rent, then, I'm not going to have somewhere to live. And that is reality. But again, I don't know. There's something here. It's like, I'm still going to do whatever it takes to keep the lights on or to pay the rent. Like, I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you have this ability to, I want to say like manifest or create or find different ways of earning income, or maybe you've got some, you're always looking for another way. You're not really just you don't just lay there and kind of take it in a sense. Like, you're really actively pursuing different avenues, right? Maybe you've turned a hobby into some kind of side hustle or something like that. But I feel like you're the kind of person that knows, like, even in a pinch, even if, like, say you have only $1,000 and your rent's $1,500, or your payment's $1,500, whatever it is. You're like, you know what I can do? I can go out there and I can make a bunch of pies, and I'm going to sign up for a market, and I'm going to go out there, I'm going to hustle my pies, and I'm going to make it happen. And so, like, you're really just resourceful. Okay. And you know that there are other ways, like, you don't have to be down in the dumps about it. Like, you know what I mean? Okay. I know this is very specific for someone. So, okay. The reason why I was really going into details with that is because people don't understand your story. People don't know your journey. People don't know what's going on with you behind the scenes, and they don't know how much you are consciously working with your own attitudes and with your own beliefs. And you know, whether you're faking it till you make it or what's happening here, you are focused on abundance, right? You're focused on abundance. You're focused on doing whatever it takes. You know, you're actively participating in the agreement here with the universe and the law of attraction that, yeah, we can sit here and wish and try to manifest and just dream about what it's going to be like if, you know, you won that $1 million in the lottery, or you can actually, you know, which is very powerful, but there's always some action that you need to take to kind of back it up, right? To back up that vision, to back it up. There's steps that you can take. Now, the lottery was a really crappy example, but let's continue with it. You're not going to win the lottery if you don't buy your ticket, okay? Like, you know what I mean? So there's an action step involved here. Now, like I said, the lottery was not a great example with this. But let's say, you know, anything else, you know, like if you're looking to go on a certain vacation, okay, then, you know, and you need to make extra money, you don't know how you're going to afford it because you got all the bills and all the things, you're going to actively pursue another way of bringing income into your world. That's what I mean. Like you're out there making things happen, okay? And as you're out there doing that, okay, you have people on the outside of your life that don't know the whole story, that don't know everything that's going on with you. They don't know the amount of work that you've been putting in onto this self, the amount of faith you have in your own, you know, spiritual connection here, you know, like your spirituality. They don't know your practice. They don't know what you're doing. And they're really highly confused, right? Because everything does seem to end up working out for you no matter what. And it's like, they could know maybe about some of your struggles, or they could realize like, hey, you know, we have the same job, or we have the same paycheck, or we have the same amount of, you know, money, whatever coming in. How are you able to do this and I'm not, you know? And so that's the basis of the envy and the jealousy that's coming around, right? That's coming through. And I feel like, you know, you're just over here kind of in this energy of, you know, happiness, right? Like you're happy no matter what. People are perplexed. That's what it is. It's more like, well, first of all, they're jealous because they feel like you have more than them and they don't understand why. Um, you know, and that it just is what it is. You know, you do have more than them in the sense of you have more knowledge, you have a deeper connection with the divine, you have practices that you do to you know, make sure that you're not going to go without, right? Okay. There's something here about that. Okay, there is something that you have that they don't, but I feel like you also have this just it reminds me of a friend of mine, actually, and you know, and we haven't talked in some time, to be honest. But this friend of mine, he's always kind of like, you know, oh, you've got a horseshoe up your ass. You're like you're always falling ass backward into money or into your dream house or into, you know, everything good always works out for you, you know. And it's not that that's the case, right? You know. Yes, great things happen, but there's also a lot of work that goes into attaining these things, right? You know, so like things don't just magically happen to anyone, but I do feel like you have a little bit of luck. Okay, you do have some luck here that people just don't understand. Like, how come? Like it's really, you know, it is sad because anyone can really have access to this kind of luck or the abundance or working, you know, anyone can really be a manifester, right? Anyone can um, work with, you know, spirit and understand and start to use and practice the law of attraction and all this other stuff, right? But you know, you've been on this journey for some time. You've been practicing. You know what you're doing here. And so that's why, you know, whatever they have access to this information as well. It's just that you have chosen to believe in it, and you have chosen to have faith in your own practice and spirituality, and in your own abundance. You know, you've really worked with your own core beliefs, making sure that you are in alignment, and that if there is something that needs any tweaking or adjusting, or you're really conscious of your thoughts, you know, it takes a lot of work. right? It takes a lot of work to actually do this work, right? And so, yeah, these people who are looking into your world or looking onto your life, they're just, I don't even know if it's not that they've never heard of, what you've been doing or the law of attraction or all these other things. I feel like these people just don't believe in it, or they pass it off like, oh, that's woo woo, or oh, I believe in science and you're just crazy, or whatever it is. People who are spiritual and work with the law of attraction still can believe in science, like. And there's science behind energy, and there's science behind like attracts like, that's all out there. There's, I'm not a scientist, but I know that there are studies that basically prove that we are vibrations, right? We're energy. We vibrate at a certain frequency, and the things that we attract into our world are also vibrating at that frequency as well. So going back to it, these people are always, in a lower vibration, focusing on what they don't have, rather than focusing on the things that they do have, like you, right? So there is this difference. There's a major difference in attitude. There's a major difference in how y'all live your lives, and your spiritual practice and spiritual connection. Now, I know this is a lot. I'm already 16 minutes into this reading and I haven't even pulled the tarot, so it is coming through very channeled here. But these people are talking about you. Okay. Now they're talking about you. I feel like I feel like even there's rumors that are being made up about what you do for money. Like there's some, like it's so scandalous that you would have access to more than they do. And I feel like, you just got some people here who are extremely jealous. And they're throwing daggers your way. Okay. They're throwing rocks your way. I don't want to say necessarily daggers, because there's a really good metaphor if I say rocks. And I'll get to that in a second. Hold on. Okay, so while I'm shuffling, I'm going to expand a little bit on that rocks thing, okay? I feel like these people are throwing stones. They're throwing rocks. They're throwing daggers, whatever we want to say. But, the rocks that these people are throwing, at you, throwing dirt on your name, starting rumors. I'll tell you how they make their money. They're doing this and this and this, and they're doing that and whatever, right? What you're doing over here while you're whistling while you work and focusing on the good stuff in your life and practicing gratitude and focusing on your abundance is you're taking all of these rocks that these people are throwing your way, and you're literally building yourself you're literally building yourself a palace out of them. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you why I'm picking this up, because with the Hierophant popping up here, and we've been getting this a lot for our tribe, y'all have y'all are extremely influential. Okay, now whether or not you're an influencer on social media, or you're about to step into that kind of a role, or you have a platform, there's something about you. Even the fact that you are going about living in your life and being happy at a time where it seems almost no one else is, right? In your community, at work, within your family group, or, in the town or the city or wherever, right? Like, or online in communities, wherever, right? In the community, you have an influence, right? And you are very important, right? You're very important for a lot of reasons. First of all, you do seem to have this very positive and unique energy about you. You are a shining light in the darkness, basically, right? You're a beacon. You're probably a chosen one, or a light worker, or a starseed, divine feminine, divine masculine, whatever label you want to put on it. You're something special, right? You're something special, and it is literally your job. And it seems like it just comes naturally to you to be in a position where I don't know. I feel like when you walk into a room, all eyes are on you no matter where you go. And it's always kind of been like that. You have a very unique energy signature, and people pay attention to you no matter what. And And I feel like you can also shut people down, but that's like another thing. I heard that too. Like you know, if someone is, if you walk into a room and everyone goes silent, you know that they've been talking at you, talking about you, right? And I feel like maybe that has happened recently for you because it is kind of coming up. And the reason why this is coming up is like, yeah, spirit's acknowledging that these people are very jealous. These people are maybe starting rumors. It's not that you're even going to let that affect you. And so all these stones that they're throwing your way, I mean, it's only because you're so freaking important. It's like they're trying to tear you down, but you're using those stones to build yourself up. The more people talk about you, the more important you are to them, right? And I feel like I feel like this is a little shady, but it's coming to me. It's like these people are talking about you because when they talk about themselves, nobody freaking cares. All right, nobody's listening. Nobody's listening. They can complain about themselves, their situation, whatever, all day long. They can talk about themselves, but nobody cares. No one cares. People only listen to them or pay them any mind when they're talking about you because you're the one that's interesting, okay? Or you're the one that is doing things different, or you're the one. I mean, you're the one with the influence. Okay, you're the one with the influence. And I like this because I don't feel like you're the kind of person that is throwing the good things that happen to you. You're pretty humble. I feel like you're very humble. You're not flashy. You're not showing showing off, like you don't announce every small, accomplishment on your socials or every time something good happens. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you're not boasting. You don't boast. Okay. And I feel like that is another thing that I feel like a lot of people are wondering, like, well, if something like that happened to me, that's all I'd be able to talk about. Like, oh, like very much in their ego. Again, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to ask what the point is. I just feel like you have you have an influence over people. Okay. And, you have an influence. The thing is the influence you have is actually a very good influence because what you're doing is leading by example. You're showing people that, even when times are tough or even when things are hard, I don't let that stop me. I don't let that get me down. I don't let that change my attitude. I keep on going and I keep on, it's like you're the little engine that could, you know what I mean? It's that kind of energy. I don't let the naysayers bring me down. I'm going to get there no matter what. Yes, there's challenges in my world. Yes, there's things and, things that I have to overcome. And maybe I got to work a little harder. Or maybe I got to, again, really work on challenging and changing internal beliefs and things like that. And it's just what you do, and you're showing people that it is possible to live in an abundant energy, in an abundant mindset, even in the tough times, right? Even when times are tough. So I feel you're very much in tune with your own intuition as well. Again, a lot of this is coming in very channeled. You're very in tune with your own intuition, meaning just because your bank account might say it's not a wise decision to go ahead and purchase something or go ahead and treat yourself, you go with that, and that like you have a lot of faith in your own intuition and the messages that you receive from the divine. Okay, so if the divine's like, yes, you know what, go ahead and book that trip for 6 months from now. Go ahead and book that experience, or go ahead and buy that pair of shoes that bring you all the confidence in the world, because it's attached to the energy that you when you do something like that and you gain all that pleasure from it, that pleasure is radiated out into the universe, and then you end up getting more back from it. Like I don't know, you don't really go by what's in the bank when you make your decisions. You go by what's in your heart and what's in your gut and what's in that feeling, right? You're very much intuitive, and your intuition does not steer you wrong, and you end up being aligned with abundance when you follow it. Okay, I hope y'all are picking up what I'm putting down here. Okay, but yeah, why is this reading even coming up? Okay, I know you have a lot of influence. Maybe you're hearing rumors. Maybe this is just coming up because you've been hearing rumors or you've been feeling people's negative energy when you walk into a room, or you've been catching people giving you the side eye or whatever. um, you know, it's coming from a space of envy. It's coming from a space of how they even do that. How they even do that. you know I don't, it's like, misery loves company. It's like, we're all struggling. How come you're over here and it looks like you're winning? And, again, it's jealousy. It's jealousy. But if they were to just come up and ask you, I feel like, yeah, we have karma coming up too. If we were to just go up and, like, if somebody were to walk up to you and say, how you doing that? I feel like you would tell them, right? Oh, okay, this is how, here's my side hustle. This is what I do behind the scenes, or here's, what I believe. And this is, whatever. I feel like you would be open to helping people or teaching people. It could also be something that you might be called to do, is to teach others. But again, a lot of assumptions are being made about you, and whatever. At the end of the day, it's like, at the end of the day, I feel like you're being talked about because you're out here doing things that seem impossible, and that's pretty much it. Okay, and I mean, like, you're important to people. You're important to people. Like I said, when people are talking about you, because when they talk about themselves, nobody's listening. All right, so yeah, look at that. Wow, it's your time as well. I gotta say, with this energy, also don't feel guilty that good things are going to happen for you. And I feel like even more, like, you just wait. You just wait, okay? You wait. That's what I feel like you're saying to these people. You just wait, because I'm about to hit the jackpot here. I'm about to hit the jackpot here. I'll tell you why I'm saying that in a moment while I get this out. Oh, King of Cups. This is interesting coming up. Okay, I'm just going to place this down for a moment. Look, it is your time to experience something good, okay? We already talked about the fact that these people don't know your journey. These people don't know what you've been through, all right? And the fact that justice is coming out here, and then we have the 10 of Cups, I gotta tell you, I feel like you've been through some very upsetting, very painful, very unfair situations in your life, maybe even recently, okay? And it may be something that you're not really open about or talking about, or some pretty crazy things have happened to you, and you've had a lot of heartache, and you've been rejected a bunch of times with your ideas, or maybe you've experienced a lot of fear and anxiety, and maybe even depression, right? Maybe even since you were small, maybe a lot of bad things have piled up onto you on your journey. And, like, for once, this is it. It's like, for once, something good is happening for you, or things are about to shift for you. And it is, again, due to the shift in your attitude, your conscious shifting of timelines, the shift in your vibration, what you're putting out into the world, what you're tuning into, what you're putting into your body and your heart and your mind and your spirit. Like, you've really been doing a lot of work to flip the script in your life, and on your journey here. And it's like, Spirit has seen, all the things that have happened. Spirit's seen all the work that you've been doing. Spirit knows what's up, right? And I feel like this is your time to shine. Like, this is your time to get that universal payoff for all the shit that you've gone through. Okay. And it's like, it's your time. It's your time to not have to struggle as much. Like, you've already been through it, or something like that. Like, it's like you've already been there, done that, wrote the book about it. And now it's your time to see some type of energy come into balance within your world, right? Now, this doesn't always have to be about money. I know we've talked about it a lot here in this reading, and money is part of our reality, right? A lot of spiritual folks don't want to talk about money. They skip over it and just say things like abundance or energy or whatever. But at the end of the day, money is energy, but it is necessary in the world that we live in. Everybody needs it. And so I just feel like you've been through struggles. Maybe you grew up really, really poor, or maybe there was, maybe there were times when you went hungry, or whatever, right? You didn't have a home to live in, or a roof over your head, or things like that, right? You've already gone through a lot of struggles like this in your lifetime, and you have, like I said, you've really been consciously working with your own energy signature. So you've been putting the work in, and if you haven't already seen the good things start happening for you, you are aligning with that now because of the work that you've done. So it really just depends on where you are on your journey and where you are in your timeline and who is tuning into the message, right? But I do feel like you have, it's really interesting. You've really matured emotionally here as well. And I have that with the King of Cups. So regardless of your gender here, the King of Cups is the most emotionally mature expression of like a characteristic in the tarot, right? You no longer overshare, overgive, over anything, right? Maybe in the past you would go talking about all the struggles, or maybe you would be sharing, or maybe you would, like, I don't know, maybe you would give and give and give until you had nothing left. You have learned over this time to take care of yourself first. Okay, and it's not in a very selfish way. It's like you keep things under wraps. You're keeping it cool, keeping it humble. You're not really oversharing, overgiving. I don't know. There's something here about, you there's something here about you not really giving any fucks anymore. Okay. About what other people have to say about you, or you're really out here living your truth and your most authentic life, and you just don't care. And I feel like when people show up in that energy, it really triggers people who are wearing a lot of masks, okay, or people who are trying to impress others. Like, again, there was this thing about, if I were experiencing this, or if I were having, these great things happen in my world, I wouldn't be able to shut up about it. And you're over here with your lips sealed. Like, what's going on? This is you being emotionally mature. Okay. Like, you don't need to be posting every little thing, that goes great for you for attention. You don't need that. You don't need external validation in order to feel good, in order to shine bright, in order to remain positive. Like, you don't need that fuel from an outside source. The likes don't, do anything for you. So you don't really care. And I'm not throwing shade for folks who, really, I don't know. There's something about it. I mean, our society and the way we do things, it's changed a lot. And a lot of people tie their own value, their own worth to, how big their following is, or, like how many likes they get on social media and stuff like that. I'm really picking this up. This could even be people speaking about you, or stalking you, I guess, online, trying to figure out why you're not talking about certain things, or what's going on, or how come. Maybe once in a while you'll post, hey, you're on vacation, or you're doing something cool, and people are like, what the hell? How come you get to do that? Again, it's just a lot of petty energy around you. And I feel like for the most part, you keep to yourself. Honestly, I feel like you keep to yourself. And, it's like, I don't even, like, I want to say I don't even understand the point of this reading, other than the fact that I feel like it just explains a lot. If you are experiencing, those awkward moments when you walk into a room and everybody's like, shh, like, oh, I can't, they all stop talking. It's because they were talking about you, they were talking about you. And I feel like you're the kind of person that just doesn't give any fucks at all. Like, where you might even say, so what were you guys talking about? Like, you're someone who's gonna, like, I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not gonna, I'm not out here to make you feel comfortable. Like, I'm gonna make it uncomfortable. I'm gonna make it uncomfortable. I don't care. Like, what are you guys talking about? And you're gonna watch them, stumble over their words or whatever. And you're just like, what? I don't know. It just feels like whoever's reading this it's like, you're surrounded by a lot of people who are very, very jealous of you and what you do and what's going on in your world. And I just Maybe you just need to know that all eyes are on you, okay? And that, yeah, a lot of people are talking about you, and they're talking about you because, you know, people don't listen when they talk about themselves. They got nothing else going on, right? So you're the shit. At the end of the day, this is you. And I mean, I don't, yeah, I mean, I'm just, that's it. That's the reading. That's the message today. You are incredible, and people just, I don't know, people be jealous. All right, that's it. That's it. I got nothing else. I feel like that's the reading, you know? Like, let me cut the deck and see if there's one more thing. Knight of Wands. You're going to get a lot of people who are coming towards you, maybe, you know, asking for stuff. Oh, Knight of Wands, Queen of Cups, King of Cups. You're going to get a lot of attention. I feel like even you got to watch for opportunists. Okay, I do feel like you got to watch for opportunists. I feel like there are certain individuals who are going to come in and try to charm you or try to get what you have, take advantage of you, you know, just watch out for it. I feel like I don't need to really even say that, because whoever reading this is, you're going to be able to see it from a mile away. And I feel like you've already been there, done that, and been burned. Like, you know what to watch out for. Yeah. So, I mean, just watch out. Just keep your eyes peeled. You got opportunists perhaps coming towards you, wanting money or wanting your help. Or, again, advice is free. You know, advice is free. I feel like you would help anyone out with, you know, some guidance, you know, because that's kind of like in your part of your purpose is to actually help people. But it doesn't mean that it's going to come at a cost to you. You're not going to drain yourself emotionally. You're not going to drain yourself energetically at all. You're not going to drain your bank account. You're not going to waste your emotional energy on these people. But yeah, advice is free. Okay. Advice is free. Anyways, that's the message for today. I mean, I don't know. What do you think the point of this was? What does this message mean to you? Please let me know in the comments, right? If you're new here, we'd love to have you join our tribe. We do spiritual readings, love readings. We do readings for divine feminine. Sometimes we check in on the divine masculine. Let me know in the comments if y'all want one of those. It has been a while. But other than that, we're out here, you know, just getting a read on our collective. And sometimes the storyline continues and other times it doesn't. Whatever's stronger in the energy, the day and when we sit down to read together, that's what we read. Anyway, I'm sending you lots of love. I will be back with another message maybe tomorrow. I'm going to start working on those personals. Again, thank you to everybody who's here, who offers the energy exchange. Y'all are simply the best. Oh, I am also going to post a little, for those of you who are interested, a little bit of a behind the scenes. And show y'all my reading space and the little shop that I've set up here on the west coast of Vancouver Island. And for those of you who know the story and you know how I got here, you know, it'll just be kind of fun to see it all if you're into it. Okay. Anyways, that'll be up soon as well. And until then, my loves, we shall read again. Have a blessed day. Bye. She said she'd only kill me if I drew the card of death. She said she'd only love me if I drew the card that wasn't in the deck. The card my finger touched, think I got my wish. You know for sure when it's all done, she said she was beautiful.